Hey guys, Cindy over paper.old.new. Thanks for coming in, spending some time with me. God bless you for being here. We are going to do a Thrifty Thursday. It's a haul. Now, this is stuff that I've kind of collected from a couple different places here and there. And I thought I would let you see what I've collected. And I've kind of been putting these hauls out. I mean, I've been putting a few out again, but I've been putting them out like every other week because I'm trying to not, well, first of all, I'm trying not to overdo it on the shopping, but every once in a while I'll go out or I'll be out somewhere and I just have to do it. So there's some ollies in here, although I didn't find a lot there. And there's some thrifting at a flea market that I went to, and some Hobby Lobby. Oh, and I checked back into that Goodwill where I found all the Tim Holtz, the real cool Tim Holtz stuff and the stamps and the dies and everything. Really cheap. I checked back into that Goodwill. Unfortunately, I didn't find any more stamps or dies, but I did find a couple of good things, so those will be in here. I wanted to start, actually, because these are sitting here, I'm going to start with a book haul that I did. Well, it's an Ollie's haul, and I got stuff out of the book section because at the time, Ollie's was doing 15% off everything in the store. So I grabbed a couple of books that I saw that I liked, which one of them was The Wonder of Seashells, and it has all kinds of really cool pictures in it. Now, I got some of these books because my intention was to do an altered book. I haven't tried one in a while. But what I did was I pulled, this one is sewn, and I've been watching altered books videos, and some people are pro sewn in signature and some people are against sewn in signature, depending on the type of altered book you're using. This is a sewn in signature, and I've gone through already, so this is going to be a haul, but I'm going to tell you. I've gone through and I've taken out, so these signatures were, you know how you have a page spread, right? These signatures were 4 page spreads a piece. So there were 4 little folded leaves like this. You can see the stitching. So there were 4 folded leaves in each signature. Okay. And I tried to take about 2 out of each signature so that I cut each signature in half. So I went and I took a picture from one side, and then I flipped over and found it on the other side and just pulled it loose. Because since they are sewn in, if you tear this out, this piece is going to come loose. Which is one of the reasons that people don't like using sewn in signatures for altered books, because they like to do their count 10 pages or take out 10 pages, leave in however many you want for pockets, take out 10 more pages. Well, that doesn't always fall in line with the signatures. So you end up with loose pages. So but if you go signature by signature, you don't. So I've taken out, and I think in one signature in the very, very center of the book, I took out all but one. So this signature here only has 1 leaf in it. Now, I will say this is a modern book. So not only are the signatures sewn in, they're also glued down the back. So there's a little bit of extra support there. So we're going to see how this goes. But I tore out about 50% of the pages in this book. And I really like this book. I want to say it was marked, I've taken the price sticker off, but I want to say it was marked $15.99 at, oh, for Pete's sakes. It was marked $5.99 at Ollie's. It's normally $16.99, and then it was 15% off. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do some altered books, plus I loved the illustrations. So I did try to coordinate my my page pulling with illustrations that I liked. Okay, so I have my pages and my stuff from that. And I've got these pages separated into ones with pictures and ones without. Okay, and then I found this book. This book was normally $19.99. It was $3.99. I love the mushroom art in here. Are those not gorgeous? And look at this inside page. So I'm not going to make an altered book out of this. This is also sewn in signatures, but the way I would want to tear these out is going to be based on these pictures because I want to use them. And while I could leave some in the altered book, because it would be a mushroom book. I'm afraid that I wouldn't be, I have to look at it back and forth. I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to tear out the pictures I want, and I would have to leave them all, leave too many of them in here. But this is also sewn in signatures, and so I would have to do it like I did this one, where I go and say, okay, I'm going to take out this one because I like this picture, and then the one on the other side. Sometimes there's too many pictures in one signature that I like. So it makes it hard. There's a signature center, for example. So you've got these two. I forget how many are in these signatures. I think I looked, but I don't remember. These two. I'm looking at the top. I know this is supposed to be I'm kind of giving you purpose for purchase. I think that's where the signature glues to the next signature. I think. Let me open this one. Yeah, see, that one curves around the other one. Okay, so these signatures in these kind of books usually aren't big. 1, 2, 3, it's 4 leaves again. So 8 pages or 4 leaves. Okay, so I would have to decide which ones to take out. And the problem is, okay, I want to leave that one on that side and on that side. And I want to leave, I like that, but I suppose I could leave it as decoration in the book. I want to leave that one and that one. I would like to take the center. Okay, so for that one, I could take the center one. I could leave this one because it's all work. Oh no, it's got that. Okay, so I'd have to pick either this or this. And I would probably leave this and take this. So I would have to go through this book and see. I do definitely want to use this cover to make a mushroom journal. So the question is whether or not I want to make it an altered book journal or cut the block out, make a journal, and stick it back in this cover. That's what I'm kind of hemming and hawing between the two ideas. So I have to see what I come up with. But anyway, so $3.99 and then 15% off because they were 15% off everything in the store. It was really cool. And then if 15% off everything in the store wasn't enough, they were also doing a special. There was one section of books that had these little green circles on them. And if the book, this one had it. If you, whatever you could fit, you know those little handheld baskets that you get when you go in the grocery store and if you don't want to push around a whole cart. I don't know if they have those anywhere but here. But they're a handheld basket. It's about this big and maybe about that tall. So like if you stand it up, it's about that tall. And it's got 2 handles and you pick it up and whatever you put in the basket, because maybe you're only going in there for a couple of things and you don't need to push around a whole grocery cart, right? So they have them at Ollie's, and it said however many books with the green dot you could fit in a hand basket, the whole basket would be 99 cents. So I didn't overdo it because I don't have the space to overdo it. So I got a cookbook, these 2 because they are nice, sturdy, glued-in signatures. So we're going to experiment with the glued-in signature version of altered books. This was how to raise a reader. So I'm assuming this is how to encourage kids to read. So anyway, this is why I got these, was to make specifically to make all. I was like, for 99 cents, I can practice making altered books, right? And then this one, this was covered up, so I didn't actually see her name when this is a large print book, and I thought this would be fun to make an altered book out of. And it's got poems and stuff in it. So when I'm tearing, I might get some poems I can use. And then it is, I think it's glued. I'm pretty sure it's glued. So this is going to be another glued book. Now, my biggest problem with glued books is when I tear out the pages, I get a lot trapped down inside there. They don't tear out good. I wish there was a good foolproof way to get them all the way down in there. If anybody knows of one. I also thought it might be fun to take this cookbook and make a cookbook altered book. Because I want to make cookbook journals anyway, and you guys know me, I've been collecting tons of cookbooks. This appears to be sewn together. I might be a little bit shocked. It is. Okay, wait. Yeah, this is sewn together, guys. It lays nice and flat, though. Love that. All right, so this is going to be an interesting one because I'm still going to want to take pages out of here. So I can swap back and forth between cookbook journals, or who knows, maybe I'll keep a few recipes for myself. But point being, it was part of this get all the books for 99 cents thing. So I was like, okay, here's a couple altered book ideas I want to do. I don't remember if I had any more books in the 99-cent thing. I'm looking at my bags to see because I feel like there were more. And I feel like I'm missing a bag. Oh, wait, maybe not. Hold on. Nope, I found them. Okay, I knew I had gotten more than that. So these were all green dot books. Okay, and I got these. I got this one because it's a different shape than most books. It's almost square. And it's very heavy. It's sturdy. It's I don't know if the signatures are sewn. It lays kind of flat. It's got all kinds of pictures in it. So this was a like a living your best life kind of a book with all kinds of advice from making face scrubs and taking care of yourself to, oh, that's cocktails. That's a vodka espresso shot, a lemon drop shot. Those are cocktails. And, entertaining, how to decorate your house. This is all that kind of stuff. But of course, I'm going to take it apart, make an altered book out of it. It's got a lot of really good sturdy, and these are sturdy pages. These are nice, sturdy pages. So this should make a really good altered book. What I'll do with the ones I cut out, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll make journaling cards. I don't know. Maybe I'll use them for glue pages. Who knows? So altered book. So for 99 cents, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. Not bad. All right. What else did I get at Ollie's? Okay. This is going to be an interesting little story because this isn't technically for journaling, although I suppose I could be. I could take some of these apart because I don't know that I'm going to need them all. But, okay. You go traveling, right? And you collect T-shirts from places that you go. Well, my daughter has collected T-shirts over the years, and she's still in the age where she's growing. She's got a couple of T-shirts that while she doesn't want to get rid of them because she likes the T-shirt, it's too small for her. And I said, well, would you like it as wall art? So what we're planning to do, and maybe I'll do a video on it. I mean, it's not exactly junk journaling or paper crafting, but maybe. We're going to make wall art out of some of her old T-shirts so that she can hang them in her room. And that's what these canvases are for. Okay, now they still did have some American craft stuff. These are, sorry, I know I'm up here again. I keep forgetting, not in my camera. These are Bible journaling books. This was over in the leftovers, what they've got left in the Ollie's near my house of what they've got left of the American crafts from the Joanne Fabrics liquidation, whatever. I got these. I have not decided. I like the pages. And it's nice because it shows you the title page and the end page and then what all the pages in the middle look like. And it does that on all of them. And they're all a little bit different. I haven't decided if I'm going to use these in journals or use them as journals. So I found this. This was $1. I put my knife away. It is the only one I could find, and I circled the stand where I found this. I circled the stand twice, looking for a box of these. It was the only one I could find. So, yeah. I was a little disappointed, but I have tons of 6x6 paper. I just thought some of these patterns were cute. I do have tons of 6x6 paper. It's not like I need any, but, it's kind of hard when you look and you see that a pad is $1. I mean, because even this little bitty pad, which only has 18 sheets of paper in it, is probably, regular price. It's probably, $5 or $6 at least, right? I don't know. But paper pads are not cheap. So, I don't know. I thought some of the floral papers, and I'm a sucker for polka dots. So I thought these papers were cute, and I will definitely. Now, I think there's only one copy of each sheet in here. Pretty sure. Yeah. You just go through, there are 18 sheets, 18 designs. So there's no extras. Once you decide what you're using it on, that's what you're using it on. I got these. So these were 10 for $1, I think. It's 6x6 cardstock, craft cardstock, foiled with that pattern. I got 10 of them because they were 10 for $1. And then 10 of this one, which I liked the leaf pattern. It's subtle, it's white. I liked it. So 10 and 10. And I also got some cardstock. These were 25 cents a piece. I got 5 of each. I got this gray. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It's got kind of a, like you can see the paper fibers. Okay, so I got gray, and I got this green, and I got this lighter bluish green. So they're like shades of similar color. And you can see the paper fibers in all of them. So I thought they were kind of nice. And like I said, they were 25 cents a sheet. So what else is in here? Oh. Now this was $3.99. The Mysterious Benedict Society. I know this is a series of books. I have never read them. None of my kids have ever read them. But this book is full of puzzles. And we have some like vacations to go on this summer. And we're going to be in the car. And I thought that it would be good for, somebody to read while we're on the car ride and we try to figure them out, or in the hotel room when we're, done for the day and we're sitting and relaxing, whatever. So since it was only $3.99 and they were doing the 15% off, I got them for the trips. Now let's go to, where are we going? We are going to, let's do the Goodwill thing. So I went back in Goodwill. I found this. I thought this was kind of nice. This is a set of stamps. You can see the letters, right? So it's a set of stamps in this is a really nice case. Not for nothing. And it was $1.99 for that whole sheet at the Goodwill. Like I said, I did not find strictly Tim Holtz stuff. I did, however, I found this box, which was also $1.99. The rubber band was keeping it closed. It's old library divider cards. I think that's all that's in here. Yeah. It's old. Anybody old enough to remember when you had to go to the library card, the filing cabinet, and you looked up a book you were looking for, either alphabetically by author or alphabetically by subject, and you figured out what row and all that was in based on the Dewey Decimal System. I don't know if they even teach that in school anymore, because now everybody just looks everything up you just look it up on the computer and it tells you where in the library it is. So I don't know that they have those anything like that anymore, but these are the card dividers for drawers like that. Now, they can be used for anything. It doesn't have to be library. That was just the first thing I thought of when I saw the size. But they can be for like old manufacturing things, parts and stuff. They used to divide up bills and slips, and these used to be used for all kinds of cabinets with lots of little drawers in them that size. The drawer was this size, and you stuck this in there to divide up stuff. But they're all like, you can see how they're all aged. Even this one, look. Even this one is like this, but where it was exposed, it's aged on the tab, and then the back. These are really nice, and I like the tab shape, which might be kind of cool to use to trace. Like if I want to make scrapbook file folders or whatever, I can use this as a template. So I got those. Like I said, it was $1.99 for the whole box, and it's full. Love that. Okay, and then I found another one of these. Guys, this one again was $5. I did not take the packing tape off because it has a nice window. I didn't see the point. But let's open it up and see what kinds of stuff I actually got. I think it's mostly embossing powders, which I don't have a lot of, so I think I've got like 2 or 3. I'm being really chatty, so this is going longer than it probably needs to, but okay, so we've got embossing powder. I was wondering if they like gave you color, if these are marked as colors. Oh, just white opaque. Okay. This is, what is this? Shabby white embossing enamel. It looks like it's got flecks in it, like gold and all this kind of stuff. Guys, I haven't used embossing powders. I've never done it. But I've got lots of stamps and I've got ink, so we're going to, and I think I even bought a pad. I was out and somebody had them on sale. I bought one of those where you stamp and then you stamp on the paper and it's clear. And then you put, do those stay wet longer? Does anybody know? You can let me know. I've never done it before. So I'm wondering if that since it's meant to take embossing powder, does it stay wet longer? Here's more. This is black. Now, ooh, that's open. Don't tilt it. Ooh, now I got green glitter everywhere. You know how it is. This says embossing tinsel. So, stamp design, sprinkle with tinsel before ink dries, return excess to jar, heat until tinsel melts. So I guess this melts and is shiny? Like I said, guys, I don't know. Here's another one. This one's not open. Oh, yes, it is. Never mind. It's still got the plastic on the outside. Here's another white. Embossing powder stuff is messy. They did a lot sticky powder, clear embossing powder with flakes. I don't know what that means. Glitter, foil, and flocking. I don't know what it means either. I know what flocking is, but this is crushed velvet. Beetle black flock. Oh, I can find out how to flock something. I've never flocked either. What is this? Silver pearl, black, gold. A lot of these don't have the lids screwed on. I'm getting embossing powder everywhere. What do we got here? This is just white again, but it shimmers. There's a sparkle in there. Heat and stick powder. I'm assuming that's embossing powder. I already picked that one up. Yeah, I did. What's this? Here's another one of those real weird ones. This one looks almost like rocks. Aged silver embossing enamel. This one says it's scented like cherry. And it's slightly orangey peachy colored. Here's some more of that green tinsel one. None of these this one's evergreen. No, sorry, that one's more glittery. I have 2 of that one too. Okay, and then I have, this is chunky white. Somebody can tell me what the difference between the chunky ones and the fine ones are. This one's Distress Embossing Glaze. So this is a Tim Holtz one. Rustic Wilderness. I have this ink. So there's that. Here's clear. So I guess this, you can use colored ink and then you just put the clear powder over it. And when you heat it up, it like makes it look like you put glossy accents or something on it. That's my guess. Okay, and then I'm assuming that's embossing powder and not glitter. Okay, and then in here is little breast cancer awareness ribbon confetti. Oh, it calls it polyester glitter. I don't know. Okay, and then I also have these pink beads. They do have holes in them. So they are just pink. They've got that kind of cat's eye look to them. Okay, and this whole bin, including the tin, which I think is one of those, isn't this somebody's storage tin? I don't know that Tim Holtz made a blue one, but, and it probably doesn't say on the bottom. It doesn't. But I've seen these with the clear lids before, and that's like a heavy, sturdy acrylic so that you can see what's in there. I don't know if I'll keep the embossing powders in there. For now, I probably will, but this was only $5 for the tin and everything in it. I love it when I find things like that at Goodwill. I don't think I have any more paper pads. Okay, I do want to say, I went into Hobby Lobby with my daughter the same day we went to Ollie's and got books. Did she get anything? She got a candle. She loves candles. So she got a candle and lunch. She always gets lunch out of me. Okay, first of all, they were having a sale on ribbon. Now, that's to say they do not ever put the real fancy trim that you buy by the yard. They don't ever put that on sale unless they're discontinuing it, and then they put it on clearance. But they do put their ribbons on sale, and in their ribbons is rickrack. So Hobby Lobby sells their rickrack like this in spools, like they do ribbon. These were 40% off, and they're not expensive to begin with. This is only $1.99. The rickrack that you buy, and there's 4 yards in here. The rickrack that you buy in the sewing department, or that you used to buy in the sewing department at Joann Fabrics, I don't know where you would get it now, but the ones that you buy in the sewing department are more expensive because, first of all, I think there's less in the package. I do not think you get 4 yards in a package of rickrack. But I'm pretty sure they were all like $3.50 and like that. I don't think any of them were $1.99. So for rickrack, if you wait till the ribbons and trims go on sale at Hobby Lobby for their 40% off and they're on the ribbon and trim rotation, you can get rickrack at a decent price, and they've got all kinds of colors. So, I mean, the jumbo rickrack, this middle size rickrack is $2.50, 40% off. So yeah, I got navy blue and this kind of mustard gold color that I liked. And I got the navy blue in the little, and I got pink in the little and the medium. And then I got this evergreen in the little and the medium. I looked for colors that I had been wanting previously, but when I went into my collection of rickracks, I didn't have those colors. So that's what I was looking for. They do have a wider, so Hobby Lobby does sell a wider, like a more jumbo, thick rickrack than this, one size bigger. So I think it comes in 3 sizes. Anyway. All right, what else did I get? I got some, that sticker organizing I was doing before, and I'm going to have to do some more of that. So I got these. They are, as you can see, fireworks for 4th of July. I am working on a journal in the background for this 250 in America. I don't think it won't be done. When I'm filming this, 4th of July has not hit yet. These are puffy stickers, puffy hearts. When I'm filming this, 4th of July has not hit yet, but it's this weekend. You will not see this for probably, you'll probably see this, actually, you might see this while I'm on one of my vacations. My poor boys, they have to stay home and work. My husband will be working, and my daughter and I are going to be off gallivanting. Okay, so I got those. I like these. I think they're cute. I should have bought more of these. These were all their 4th of July stuff is on sale because 4th of July is about to come and go. So all of this stuff was on sale, and I can't remember what the price point was, but it was like 40 or 50% off of that price. Might have been 40% off, which they usually do with their holiday stuff anyway, so I don't know. I'm going to take these. Okay. And then I got these 3D stickers. They're all the foam. I'm not going to take these out of their package right now because sometimes the foam comes apart and they catch on things and they get knocked off of their acetate sheets and stick to other stuff, and it's a mess. So I'm not going to take these out right now, but you can see them there. And like I said, all this stuff was 40% off. So I am working on a journal. When I finish it, it will probably be during the summer because I'm hoping to finish it relatively quickly. I might even bring you into it partway through, show you where I am and, stuff. I haven't gotten that far, so who knows? We may work on it together. Okay, now, I went into the back to school section and it was all on sale. And it was all really cheap. I love these little big-eyed, they put faces on like everything. Nothing that has a face like a sailboat, but they stick a face on it. I think they're kind of cute. Little chibi Hawaii, whatever things. I think this probably had one of those flip down open things. Oh no, I don't see one. I think these are cute, and I did not get them to have, I don't have a classroom or anything like that, but I got them because I thought they would be cute in pockets and little tucks in little golden books. Because I have lots of little golden books. They're very kid-friendly kind of a deal. So I got these to put in little pockets because I thought they would be fun, right? I'm looking for things to stick. Now that I'm starting to make more little pockets, I'm looking for stuff to stick in them. And then I got these cards. So these are pairing cards. And the idea behind these cards is, as I'm like cleaning out my card drawer in the background, the idea behind these cards is you pair them. Oh, they're not already with their pairs. You have to go find them. But like lock, somewhere in here, there's a key. Jelly, somewhere in here, there's peanut butter. There's the key. So the idea is common pairs to give them an idea. Ketchup goes with the mustard, which we already passed somewhere in here. Here we go. So ketchup and mustard. I'm assuming toothbrush goes with, I'm assuming there's a tube of toothpaste in here somewhere. French fries and hamburger, maybe. I saw the peanut butter. So I also thought that these would be cute, tucked down in pockets. I would not, they're really glossy. So it's just going to be a fun journal pocket filler because they're not really going to be a writable surface. Now you can probably take some sort of, gel pen or something and write back here. What I could do is sand the back of it and put journaling paper on here. I don't know. I have to see. But I thought these would be fun pocket stuffers. And I think I got 2 of them. Oh, maybe I didn't. Which is fine. I only need 1. Okay, but what I did get, these are classroom labels. I'm going to see, I thought these were kind of cute. They're, so these ones look like composition notebook. I just tore that open. Can we open? Thanks. Awesome. Okay, they look like they're stickers. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. But they are. They're stickers. Okay. I actually thought the whole thing was a label card that you stick down in something. And who knows? When I'm doing journals, because I did get 2 of these, and there are 36 in the pack, so I may very well, in some cases, stick them down there intact, and if somebody buys a journal, they can use the label however they want to use the label. Sticking to my elbows. Okay. I also got these labels, which these also look like they have an outline of a sticker. So, let's see. As you can see, I got 2 of these as well. They have, it's a notebook paper sticker. So you peel it off like that, and it's like notebook paper. Now, I may stick these on something. They have sort of a smooth surface, but not something that I think you can't write on. So you could stick it on a little journaling card, same size, stick it on there and decorate around it or whatever. But again, I could also just stick them down in things for people to use. Oh, apparently I got 3 of the notebook ones. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Trying to find. Okay, and then I got this. Okay, these are mini cutouts. I don't know what that means either. But I like the little notebook paper with the doodles on it. Okay, they're just cards. Now this is a shiny surface. So I don't know. If I wanted to glue anything to this directly, the back of it is not shiny, so I could glue this to something. But if I wanted to glue anything on this directly, I would probably have to rough up wherever I'm going to put glue. So they came in this folded notebook paper one, and then over here they have this one with the dots all around the frame. I didn't look at how many total were in the package. 2 designs, 36 count, so 18 of each. Okay, now I went over to the button section. I found these. As you can see, they were on clearance, 99 cents. I think I got 2. Love them. I got one of these, also 99 cents. This one was $1.37, usually $5.49. I like it when they leave the old price. I remember when you were in stores, I've gone into Hobby Lobby and there have been price stickers all over something. I remember it used to be they would take this price sticker and put it over that price sticker so that there was no confusion, and it would just cover this price sticker up. I think it's funny that they don't do that. But anyway, I got one of those, and then I got one of these clasps. I want to try using this as a journal closure, like on a strip of fabric, and then you clip the 2 pieces together around the journal. So that's why I got this, and I have 2 on here to mess with, and it was $1.24. So I like that. And then I got these. I thought these were really cute. They have it's like a gold chain, like literally like a chain link chain. These were $1.12 a piece, and I don't know. They're neutral with a gold link chain around them. Thought they would be kind of good for stuff. Let's see, what else? Oh, and I haven't done this in a really long time, and this was not on sale because it's the beginning of the year, so of course they're not going to put them on sale yet, but I got myself a planner. And the reason I got myself a planner like this instead of just using my phone is because inevitably, no matter what, I do forget to put things in my phone. I mean, I have tried through the years to use my phone's calendar on a regular basis, and it just doesn't happen. I have also, a couple years in a row, bought planners and used them for a week or 2 straight and then stopped using them. But I also had planners a long time ago when my older daughter was still in school that I used all the time. I was constantly in it. So I got a planner. Today is July 1st, so it actually starts today. And the point of this planner is for me to help keep track of video uploads, kit releases, goals, all that kind of stuff, so that I can keep myself focused and on track. Because I will get 6,000 ideas in my head, and I will go in 12 different directions trying to accomplish all of the ideas that I have in my head, and I'll get lost somewhere in the middle. That's why nothing ever gets done in my craft room. Well, it's one of the reasons. So right now when I'm filming, it's July 1st. And as you can see, I have not started. Now, in my defense, I just bought this yesterday. But anyway, it's from Hobby Lobby, and it's one of their popular designs. I got the bigger size because I just like working in the bigger, thing. And this one I'm not pulling apart. I know you guys have seen me buy planners and pull them apart. I'm not doing it. This one is for me to use. So throughout the year, I will hopefully be using this. Journaling, writing, taking notes, writing down goals, all that sort of thing. And I've got tons of planner stickers, so I can decorate the heck out of it. But I did get this for myself, hopefully to start keeping myself better organized. That's my goal with this. I know, and we're junk journalers. I should be able to make my own planner. I know, I get it. But if I left myself to make my own planner, it would never get done, and I would end up without a planner. All right, now, I went to the flea market. This was today. I found this. Remember we were just talking about jumbo rickrack? I don't think I've ever seen rickrack this big. But I saw it and I said, you know what? I'm going to grab it. I think she charged me like $1 for this whole strip. And while that might be pricey, some of these ladies that I go see at these flea markets, this is their livelihood. That's what they do. They have lots of old stuff. They go to estate sales. They probably get it really cheap, but they have to make a profit because it's what they do to live. So sometimes I don't mind. Okay, I have to tell you, I went through my little golden books after that haul that you saw, the big little golden book haul that I did, probably a month ago now. After that was over, and I had to go through and organize my little golden books and find out what I had duplicates of and everything. And after I had done the Pussy Willow book, where I was able to use stuff from a little golden book to make ephemera, I loved it. I loved having that access to matching stuff. I decided I was going to make a list, and I was going to see what little golden books I needed pairs to. So I have a list that I have in my purse, and I need to type it up on my computer so it's a little neater, and maybe on my phone in the Notes app, because all phones come with one of those. But I went to the flea market, and she had a few little golden books, so I looked through them. Now, this one I don't think I needed, but I'm a sucker for any of the ones that have this old spine on them. Not that I saved the spine, but what that old spine tells me is this is an old book. So I got this one, and I got it in spite of the fact, this one's 1948, that it doesn't have a back. And the reason I got it in spite of the fact that it doesn't have a back is because with all these duplicates, where I'm buying one to make a journal out of and one to make ephemera out of, I'm going to have extra covers. So I figured I would be able to get a cover to put on the back of this without any problem. The ones I did find that I needed as duplicates, I found an Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I don't know if this is the same art as the Old MacDonald Had a Farm that I have. Normally what they do is take the old book and then republish it, a new printing, but it's the same old art. This is from 1960. The copyright for the story is 1960. This was printed in 1975. So I'm hoping that it's the same Old MacDonald book, and that I can use it. I can use one for ephemera and one for... What I try to do is use the older one for the journal. If the pages are too weak or brittle, then I use the older one for the ephemera so that I can glue it down to stuff and it'll preserve the drawings and the pages. And then I use the newer one because the pages are sturdier. So most of the time it ends up being that the old one needs to be the ephemera. But I got that one, and I got Home for a Bunny. I thought I had multiples of this, but I have several bunny ones. So yeah. But I didn't. This was on my needs a pair list. So once I find one, what I need to do is go into my thing and find the one and make the set and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's going to happen right away. Also, you know me, guys. I'm a sucker for anything little golden book. This is a golden book called The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse. I thought this would be a ton of fun for just, I don't know, maybe illustrations, or maybe I make an oversized journal out of it. Who knows? But I thought the illustrations were really cute, and they're very, of course, little golden book-esque. I don't know. I feel like there's a certain art in children's books I like and certain art I don't. So every once in a while I'll run across a children's book and I'm like, nah, I'm not getting that. I don't like the art. So, okay. All right, now I've saved the best for last, kind of. I got this. This was $3. As you can see, it's a very old, it's stuck. I wonder if I got it jammed. I might have to cut it, guys. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's a very old diary. I mean, it's even got tape marks in it. 1978, 4 degrees plus 0. Snowing. Quit snowing. Heat wave high, 36 degrees. Cloudy, 22 degrees. Look at the old tape. I might have to see if I can peel that off of there just so I can use it. Tuesday, January 20th, 1981, 52 hostages released from captivity in Iran and flown to Algeria and to Germany for medical checkups, and then to their home in the U.S. Oh, this is from the Iran hostage crisis. Okay. I just think this is very interesting. Sunday, very deep snow, 32 inches. I do not see anything about where specifically this is. I suppose you could go back and Google some of this weather and see if you get a location. Look at this little note. Wednesday, January 24th, 1979, rained hard all day. So whoever this is just like keeping track of the weather. But I thought this was so cool. I mean, look at these pages. Would these not be fun to tear out and stick in journals? I would put them on cards, and like that would be a good background to stick a sticker in front of or whatever. I mean, I think this is great, and I think it's full all the way to the back. Wow, they got really wordy here. That's more tape. Guys, I would sacrifice pages to get some of this tape, although I might not have to. Look at that. Old age tape. This is cool. Okay, wait. Pine Creek. I don't see a name anywhere either. So, plant 6 rows potatoes. Sorry, I know you don't want to, but I just thought that was really cool. It was $3. And the boards themselves are still in good shape, so I could use them to make a little journal. And they're all beat up and great for like a little bitty grungy journal. And I might even be able to keep because this is still sort of working. I might spray some WD-40 in there and see if I can get the lock nice and cleaned out so that it'll work. And then I could just replace the spine and have I can make a little journal out of the cover. And then I've got all these pages. I mean, 78 and 79, so you're looking at 45 years ago, something like that. So I found that. And then I found this. Now, I will admit, if you ever go and you find these antique ads and stuff, a lot of times, sometimes you get lucky and somebody's just trying to get rid of a book of them. And that's great. I will admit, these were $1 a piece. Look at that. Old Baby Ruth ad. I'm praying that they come up out of this photo album. I'm going to be really upset if I paid for these and I can't get them out of here. Because they're on a sticky photo album back. Okay, so really nice and gentle. They came out of a magazine, a small magazine, because these are full pages on the back. Look at that. It's a whole book of these. Candy enriched with dextrose. Food, energy, sugar. Finer milk makes Baby Ruth finer candy. The Curtis Candy Company. I don't think that's who owns Baby Ruth and Butterfinger anymore. I mean, how cool are these? And then here's these safety pops. It shows a picture of a kid riding his bike. No hands, hits a stump, goes tripping, and he gets hurt, but the stick, these were soft, so it didn't jam it down your throat, was the idea. Lots of Baby Ruth and Butterfinger. And then there's these chlorophyll gum and chlorophyll drops to make your breath nice. Also made in 4 other flavors. They came in peppermint, spearmint, pepsin, and Hawaiian fruit. Makers of Baby Ruth, Butterfinger, Coconut Grove, Caramel Nougat, Dip, Candy Bars, Safety Pops, Fruit Drops, and Mints and Gum. Here's the peppermint gum, and here's the Coconut Grove candy bar. So there are several duplicates in here. This is the Fruit Drops. I'm wondering if this is what turned into Lifesavers. Because as far as I know, this candy company, as far as I know, does not exist anymore. Or it changed its name, one or the other. But I'm pretty sure it probably got bought. And this looks like all they did was take the center out and you made it a Lifesaver. So I'm wondering if this got turned into Lifesavers. Butterfinger and Baby Ruth are still around. Probably not made the same way. But they're still around. There's the spearmint gum. Here's Mints. And another Baby Ruth ad. So, for the photo album, which is a padded, decent cover, I got the photo album, and there are 20 ads in there, and she was selling the ads for $1 a piece. The photo album was free, so I paid $20, and I got all those ads and the photo album, which I will use. I'll use the photo album. I don't know if I'll use the pages. I may, however, peel off the acetate and use it, because the acetate's still okay and in decent shape. I don't know if I'll use the pages, though. I suppose you could use them as, if you glued 2 together, they would make good, actually, yeah. If you glued 2 of them together, they would make good bookboard. So for $20, I got all those old ads. When I pull them out of here, I'm going to be looking at the other side because they came out of some sort of magazine. So I'll be looking at the other side, seeing if any of them have a date. You can see the staple marks. So I got all the ads. I got the cover of the photo album, and then I got all of this that I can use as bookboard and spines. So actually, not a bad deal. And I'm going to put this out in the picture. Okay. All right, guys, that's my haul. I hope you liked it. You're going to be seeing this haul a couple weeks after I did it, but it was a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.